Hello, everyone, and welcome to Backwards Cat Tarot. I'm your reader, TAC, my first ever YouTube tarot reading, so I really hope you enjoy it. Today, we'll be reading for our October 2020 reading. Now, if you haven't done one of these before, we have three piles, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, which correspond with the three stones above them. We have amber, black amethyst, and angel aura quartz. If you need to take a moment to pause the video and meditate to see which one draws you in, or if you already know which one intuitively corresponds to you, fast forward to that pile, and then we will get your tarot reading for October 2020. See you in a bit. Hello, Group 1 or Group Amber. So this is the cards I got for you for October 2020. So I like to do a theme card for my readings, and your theme is transformation, seen right there. And wow, do I see a transformation happening for you guys. First, we're going to start off with the Six of Pentacles over here, and this card is about charity. It's about giving and receiving freely. And I see that you guys have, you're a very generous personality, and you don't hold yourself back when giving, your time or gifts, or lending a hand with other individuals. And then I see that something happens where maybe there's some gossip happening, maybe there's someone who you feel is taking advantage of your generosity coming in October. I kind of get the feeling that this is someone who probably, or people that you kind of could have seen this coming, but you were hoping that things would kind of turn around. And I also have the feeling that this has happened before, that you always try to think of the best in people. And the reason I say that is because we have the round and round card, and this is about situations repeating ourselves. So for example, if you're the type of person who's noticed that, wait a second, I always date the same people, or when I have a big drama, it's always the same type of situation. I always end up in a job that I don't like, etc. Then you're realizing that you keep going into these situations again and again. So you've been giving probably to the wrong people, and you feel like they've taken advantage of you. And what's good about this, what's going to come out of this that's positive, is the round and round card isn't just about repeating old mistakes. It's about knowing that there's a situation that's repeating itself, and then thinking, oh, wait a second, this has happened before. I'm not going to repeat the same mistakes I made last time. I'm not going to do the same thing, because I already know if I do the same thing, I'm probably going to get the same results. And so this is kind of an eye-opening moment for you in October, where you're like, wait a second, maybe everyone doesn't deserve my generosity. Or maybe, if I've been generous to someone and I'm feeling like they don't really appreciate it, that, hey, maybe I don't, put that extra effort toward those people who don't appreciate what I've been, doing for them, or that, that I, truly care about the people who are in my circle. And so then we also have, this is the Ace of Cups reverse, and then we also have the Star reverse, and we have that as the Oracle cards. So the reason I pointed both of those out together is the Star, reverse it's about coming out of a negative situation and having hope for the future, but in reverse, it's kind of like, yeah, we're moving on, but we maybe feel a little battered or shaken about what happened. But the Bat card, this Bat Oracle card, shows that our fears aren't necessarily as bad as we initially think they are. So, maybe someone really disappointed you, maybe something happened that, really didn't go the way you wanted to, do not, even if you feel bummed out about it and, bummed that the situation is repeating itself, believe that it's probably not as bad as you think it is, that you absolutely can come out of this probably quicker than you were expecting. A lot of people don't really like bats, but to be honest, they're pretty harmless. A lot of them, aren't the vampire bat. They're eat fruit and insects. So they're not as scary as they seem in social media. So in the same way, your fears probably aren't as bad as they may seem at first, especially if this is an issue you've seen before. You know what solutions haven't worked in the past. It's time to do a new solution. And I see, especially with the regeneration card, the Ace of Swords and the Night Bloom Water Lily, that you are going to come back stronger than ever from this. Regeneration, pretty straightforward. You're learning from your past mistakes and you're becoming this new person through this process. Ace of Swords is about coming to a quick decision, which is why I say you're probably going to come to a conclusion about the situation and how to fix it, how to solve everything quicker than you initially expect. Once you shake off those bad feelings I can't believe this happened again, there's a good chance I really see you realizing, I'm going to do this instead. I'm really going to solve this problem this time, completely new way. I'm not going to relive the circle. I don't want to be going round and round forever. And then we have the Night Blooming Water Lily. And what that says is, sometimes we have to go through a lot of stuff before we blossom into our higher selves. Night Blooming Water Lilies have to go through, mud, dark water, not having a lot of light before they reach the surface of the water and grow. And, then there's these beautiful flowers. And so, this is a time for you to maybe go through some muddy situations, maybe go through some muddy water to reach your higher self and to, make that transformation. And we also have your last two cards. We have New Life and the Devil reverse. And what I'm seeing here is the Devil card is about, feeling like you are chained to a situation that you're not really chained to. Feeling like you have to do things that, you don't really have to do. You feel stuck in a situation that you actually have all the power in the world to change. So I'm saying this transformation has a lot to do with, disconnecting yourselves from a way of thinking, a person, a type of situation that you felt you had to deal with a certain way before, and now you're realizing, actually, that doesn't serve me. I'm not going to do that anymore. And when you free yourself from those chains, from that way of thinking or that thought process, that's when you're going to have that new life. That's when you're going to feel free and, just finally you've reached that clear moment, that clarity moment where you're not having to relive that drama anymore. So that's what I really see with you guys with group 1 with Amber, and that's basically your transformation for October 2020. If you liked this, if you felt like this reading served you, please click the like button, click subscribe, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye! Hello, group number 2, or the Black Amethyst group. These are the cards I got for you for your October 2020 reading. Now, I like to do a theme card with all of my readings, and yours is Heart Protection. I'm seeing a slowdown for you guys in group 2. I'm seeing that there needs to be some self-healing for you guys. The first two couple of cards we have really signifying that you've been having a lot going on. So we have the Four of Swords, which upright, is usually a time of rest and taking a step back. But when it's reversed, it actually means that you're going, okay? You are doing a lot of work, or you're maybe just overthinking things in your life. You have a very chaotic energy about you right now. And then we also have the King of Cups in reverse as well, which is in a very emotional card. So there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of chaotic energy going on right now in the beginning of October. And I don't want to see you guys, stressed out like this. We have the never-ending story here at the bottom. So these negative thoughts that you're telling yourself, these situations that may be repeating themselves in your life, these kind of dramas that never seem to end, know that a lot of this, a lot of these situations and a lot of these things that you're feeling are being supported by your own chaotic energy. Those negative thoughts, these, punishing thoughts that we keep giving ourselves, throw them out. Take it from your head, put them in a bag, throw them away. You don't need to be thinking these negative things about yourself and what's going on. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader. Be your own cheerleader. There's no reason for whatever situation's going on for you to just beat yourself up about it. No one is perfect. Everyone has drama occasionally. Beating yourself up why does this always happen to me? Why do I always run into these people? That is not going to help. Not if you don't create a solution for it afterwards. This maybe you are overworking yourself, and it's creating a lot of tense emotions in your relationships and friendships. Maybe you're just overthinking a lot of situations that other people feel are over, and so then it's kind of cycling. He's going over and over. We need to stop the cycle. Okay, and the kind of next card I have for you, or the card I do have for you guys, is the Seven of Cups. Some people don't like this card. I actually think it's a very positive card. It's a very interesting card. The Seven of Cups is about having a lot of opportunities and just not being sure about which one you should take. Are some of these bad opportunities, or not as good as they seem, or are these great opportunities? How do you tell the difference? It can be about delusionment, but how I usually read this is there's a lot of actual choices that you do have. You just may be frozen with, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to pick any of them. You got to make a decision. That's how you get out of this area. Further into your reading in October, you got to make a decision about what's going on and how you're going to solve the issue or issues at hand. This is really about, all these emotions, all these thoughts going around. You need to protect your heart. You need to protect your inner self. You can't improve in your life and become better and less chaotic unless you make some decisions about where you want to go. And the good thing is if you make a decision on something and it's the wrong decision, you get to make a new decision afterwards to get yourself out of it. So never feel like you're trapped in a situation or in some sort of situation or with people that you can't get away from. You absolutely can. Okay, and so up here we have the Mountain Lion card. And what the Mountain Lion signifies is that, these are very noble, strong, quiet creatures that really, for the most part, keep to themselves. They have their territory, that's their area, they have good boundaries, and they don't let just anybody walk into their territory, okay? They don't look for drama, and if someone tries to come into their boundary, comes into their territory, they're like, oh, bye. They know that they're strong enough to be like, you need to leave. Bye. Go away. You're not welcome here. This is my land. This is my territory. I hunt here. So I feel like this card is really calling to you to be more like the mountain lion. Be a cougar. Learn how to create, boundaries for yourself. Sorry, I'm referring to the animal. The mountain lion, be, better about setting your boundaries and knowing who is in or not allowed in your territory, your area, your, mental airspace. Boundaries don't have to always be physical. They can be mental too. No one should be taking up free rent in your mind. And then we also have chop wood down here. And what I see with this card is that your spirit guides, you know, the universe is telling you to take a step back. Maybe you've been very active in your hobbies, friendships, you know, family members, family life, and maybe you just need time to yourself so that you can take care of you. Just say no to a couple of social events and instead clean your area, clean your house. Do, if you've been wanting to knit, sew, crochet, you know, whatever your hobby may be, maybe you read tarot cards, you know, whatever your hobby is, you know, focus more on that. Clear your head, clear your space, clear your home, you know, help yourself, you know. These things, they're very, you know, calming when you're just working on stuff you like to do that make you feel good. So going back and, you know, taking care of the little things in your life so you step away from this for a little bit. Let, you know, whatever drama is happening fix itself and you work on you, okay? And mending's kind of more of that, you know, once you start focusing on yourself and healing yourself and giving yourself time and space and boundaries to work on you, then you start mending. You start mending your relationship with yourself, what you say to yourself in your head, solutions, you know. How many times are you just minding your own business at the grocery store trying to pick a sandwich and then a solution comes to you? How many times are you, you know, you're sleeping and you're just sleeping, you know, you don't really have a lot of control what's going on, and then you wake up in the moment, you're like, oh my God, I could totally solve this problem by doing A, B, and C, or not doing A, B, and C. You know, you will start to heal when you give yourself the space and time to do so. So, and so this message that I feel like is really coming through. Then we have the Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Orchid. So the Three of Swords is about, you know, sometimes things like don't really go the way we want to, but don't sit in it, right? When you're taking that space to yourself to heal and to mend, don't take that space away to be by yourself and then just be sad. You know, take that time to really focus on you and to move forward. So this is just a reminder, you know, you have all these choices on how to move on and how to solve the situation. You know, choose the right cup. If you don't choose the right cup, choose a different cup. Don't just stick with the wrong cup. If you're, you know, if you have the Three of Swords here, that means like don't stay in the negative energy. Make sure that you move forward into a better energy. And, you know, I really see kind of a calming, more positive energy coming on over here. I feel like once you truly make that dedication to yourself and to, you know, moving on in October, I feel like the end of October will be very peaceful, that there, you know, is going to be like a very positive, like, sorry, there will be mending. There will be a lot of, this card usually has to do with financial things or material objects, but what I'm really, and this one also, this can be sexuality, desire, and luxury. Basically what I'm kind of seeing here is if your issues had to do with being like more material, that you're gonna get more in control of that. And basically here you're gonna see your financial material situation getting a lot better. It may even be something like you're even having a lot of issues maybe in a work situation, or it may be like a home situation, but something that has to do with money that's causing you a lot of stress. And then we get over here, and once we make some decisions about ourselves, all of a sudden the money situation starts to heal itself as well. The material career situation starts to heal itself as well, as we kind of take ourselves out of that drama, out of that bad headspace. Okay, so that was your reading, Group 2 Black Amethyst, for October 2020. And yeah, I'm all about heart protection in October. Bye. Oh, and if you feel like this served you, please feel free to like the button below, click the like button, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3 or Angel Oracle Quartz. These are the cards I got for your October 2020 reading. I like to do a theme card with all of my readings, and your theme for this reading, October 2020, is communication. Now, I do see some stuff here on communication with others, but most importantly, I think this reading is more about how you communicate with yourself. So we're going to start off with this Three of Cups over here in reverse. So usually when the Three of Cups is up, it's about, being social, having friends, doing friends stuff, hanging out together, doing brunches. But in reverse, it's about the social scene not working to your favor in some way. Maybe you're in a very gossipy circle. Maybe someone has entered the social circle group that you're not okay with, but they're always around. Maybe, there was some drama that happened, and now that story, that drama is just like festering in the group. Something has happened to kind of make this social scene no longer open and friendly to you. At least that's how you feel right now. And then we have Judgment and Justice in reverse. So Judgment in reverse is, how are we judging ourselves in this case? Are we feeling judged? Do we feel like we're totally innocent of everything? Are we not accepting maybe something we did or we said? Are we telling ourselves the truth in this case? I'm not sure. How we judge ourselves sometimes can be not as objective as it should be, right? Sometimes we're very subjective. We're very subjective with judging ourselves. Maybe give ourselves a little bit more leeway than we should. And then I'm going to add Justice card real quick into this, and then I'm going to tie them all together to the Truth Be Told card. We have the Justice card, and since it's in reverse, what I'm feeling is that you do not feel like you are receiving justice. You feel like you are being judged by your social group in some way that is negative. And, so there's something going on there that you're not happy about right now, or in October, that you're not happy about. And what's interesting about this is, the truth be told is kind of at the center of this with communication and with these cards right now. And so that tells me that there may be part of this that you actually know is kind of your fault. Like, maybe you don't want to say that it is, but maybe, even if it wasn't directly, like maybe it was directly, maybe it was indirectly, maybe, you knew that something had happened and, people were talking about it, and you were like, well, they're going to believe that, then I don't want to hang out with them. If they're going to believe that, I can't do anything about them. I'm going to be noble to not say anything about it. And, okay, yes, you don't want to add to the drama. However, if you don't give people a conclusion to what happened ever, they're going to make up their own. Or somebody else's story is going to be the only story that everyone believes. Where even if maybe, let's say you stood someone up, you were going to hang out with so-and-so, and you didn't show up, and you didn't text them any warning, they were just like waiting for you, and all this stuff, and you never tell them that, earlier you had gone for a hike and had gotten lost and had lost your phone, and you were still lost, or you had just started driving home when you were supposed to meet that person, and there was like no way you could have contacted them. If you never tell people that, they're just gonna think you were like, forget that person, if you know that you're in a group that like maybe they're a little bit more gossipy, maybe they do talk a little bit more, they always want to know the tea, eventually you're going to be the tea, that's just how, that works. It's fun to watch the Housewives or wherever. It's not fun to have the drama yourself. So there's something going on with your social group that you feel is unfair. But when you really think about it, there was some part of it that if you had been more open, more honest, you know that you kind of contributed in some way to the things ending up the way they are. So that's what this card is, and that's what I kind of see collectively with this kind of L shape right here. This Yang card, talks about embracing your masculine energy. So what that means is like being more proactive, and like setting goals and moving forward, just being an active, proactive individual in situations. And since we have it here with the inverted Three of Cups and with the Judgment in reverse, I feel that you held back. And that's why I'm kind of going with like there's some story that you didn't resolve or some situation you didn't resolve. This card is telling me that you should have been more proactive. You should be more proactive. If people are saying something about you, set it right. At least with the people that you're really close to and care about, right? You don't have to go call every single person and be like, hey, that's not what happened. Hey, that's not what happened. Hey, that's not what happened. But, the people who are close to be like, hey, this is why things went so astray, or if you didn't put effort into something and that's why people are upset, then, make the effort to be like, you know what? I know I was wrong. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to, avoid that kind of situation in the future. Being proactive, could have helped in that situation before, and, really focusing on being more proactive in the future is really going to help in this event that happens in October. And then we have Scorpion and Fennec Fox up here at the top. Very similar meanings with these two cards. The Scorpion is about rebirth and a new life, and the Fennec Fox is about adaptation in extreme circumstances. So basically what I'm seeing is that you're going to have to adapt or change in order to prevent this kind of event happening again in the future, and to running into this kind of thing in the future. And what I really love about the ending of October for you guys in your reading is we have like a full story. I feel like they were kind of, in the other piles, the other readings that I had, there's kind of like one focus, but you guys have a full story. There was an event that happened with the social group, didn't jump in maybe as you should have, and then we're going to go ahead, be more proactive, learn to adapt, and we're going to be over here. And this is the positive, this is the fun part here at the end. And the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups, which I'm seeing as the Ace of Wands is about, kind of like wanting to go on an adventure, wanting to start some sort of exciting new thing. And the Knight of Cups is about emotions. What I find really interesting about this, I'm not sure, like, it's definitely had a social thing going on here. It may, for some of you at least, specifically be romantic related. There was some sort of drama. Maybe you started something, started talking to someone, or, maybe your ex is in your social group. I'm not sure, but the reason I say that is because the Knight of Cups, a lot of times is about, going headlong into like a romantic relationship, or like looking for a romantic relationships, getting really excited about that. It doesn't have to be, it can be like new friends, okay? But I just think it's interesting that you have the Knight of Cups, you guys have the Knight of Cups, and then you also have Loyal Heart, which again, it does not have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be, but I think for some of you, it definitely is. Because we have the Loyal Heart, the key to my heart. I actually have two keys there. You know that, there's two. Having a loyal person around you and, wanting to start a new relationship. So again, it's going to be friends. It can be more loyal friends who aren't going to gossip about you and be loyal to you. But I definitely think for some of you, it's going to be a loyal romantic relationship. near the end of October, we're going to see who those loyal people are in your life after we adapt in our communication by being more proactive. And we're going to see these loyal people come forward. And I see, especially with the Knight of Cups, very proactive individual. The Knights are pretty proactive. So we're going to see you be more proactive in how you communicate in your social and maybe romantic situations. And that's how we're going to find those loyal people in our lives in October. Okay, so that fulfills your theme of communication for your October reason 2020. If you enjoy this reading, click down below the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye.